Hello, YouTube family. I'm Patty Jackson. I'm your auntie of pop culture. It's not cute not knowing. You guys are going to get to know, but we start off with what? We start off with a hug because you never know who will need a hug. So, how you guys doing today? There is more to the Dr. Ian Smith story. Okay, so yesterday I was telling you how he is suing Dr. Phil. He's suing CBS. Dr. Ian got fired from hosting The Doctors. He cited racial discrimination. He said he was fired when he decided to speak out. How come we got 24 producers, but there's only one African American? Why can't I bring guests I recommend on the show? Why am I getting paid less than the previous people? Well, The Doctors, this show is still on. They replaced him with Dr. It's either Ordon or Orlon. I remember interviewing him, but they got rid of him. Ian Smith, the doctor, is talking. He's talking about the racial discrimination. He is also talking about being sexually harassed. The executive producer, I don't know when people going to get it. It's 2021. And there's just certain things. You be quiet. You got a nice body. You should wear more tight shirts to show off your muscles. Oh, shoot. Dr. Ian wasn't having it. He is laying it all out. Now, apparently, the CBS producers, they did a finding, and they didn't find any racial discrimination or anything. Dr. Ian says, I'm suing y'all. Y'all treated me wrong. Y'all booted me. So now we're going to see what happens with this. But Dr. Ian is not only suing CBS, but Dr. Phil, too. They fired him from the show. He wasn't even on there, like a year? But when he got fired from The Doctors, Dr. Ian is talking. Just a couple of episodes ago, I was like, what's going on with The Real? Why won't they tell us what's happening with The Real? I got the scoop. The Real is coming back on Fox. Lonnie Love and crew. It'll be season number 8. When they announced that the Nick Cannon daytime show was going to be on Fox, they were like, well, what's happening with The Real? Because originally, Nick Cannon show was supposed to come after Wendy's show. But now they're sticking with the format. You got Wendy at 10. You got The Real at 11. And then you're going to have the Nick Cannon show at 12 o'clock. He's got a daytime talker. But when they announced all this, they said nothing about what was going on with The Real. Now, will this be the last season? My prediction is not just this show, but there are some shows. This is going to be, because you can't blame the pandemic no more. This will be their last season if the ratings don't hold up. But The Real is coming back. Charlamagne the God is coming to Comedy Central in a weekly talk show. The God's Honest Truth is going to be produced by the late nights Stephen Colbert, who was with Comedy Central for years before he moved over to CBS. He's executive producing the show. It debuts Friday, September 17th, 10 p.m. It's going to be a mixture of social issues, sketches, and social experiments. Now, I don't know if that is a man on the street or whatnot, but Charlamagne the God, he's part of the Breakfast Club at Power 105 in New York. Subway. Do you guys eat their sandwiches? They got a whole website. They're fighting back claims because people have been complaining about the food. And some man, this reporter, did this whole research thing on the tuna and said the tuna wasn't tuna. They're like, what is it? This isn't tuna. Subway Sandwiches has just launched a whole website saying that their tuna is real tuna. And they're fighting back at some of these charges. If you've seen the website, if you heard the stories, at one point they were saying the bread wasn't bread, and it was like, well, what are people eating? But they have a whole website devoted to that. The Voice is returning, season 21. You got Blake Shelton, you got John Legend, you got Kelly Clarkson, and they paid her millions to come. You've got singer Ariana Grande. Now, what's going to be different? The Voice will only have like one cycle. It might not come back until the fall of 2022. But this fall, The Voice is returning. And Ariana Grande, millions they paid her to be a judge. It's going to be a big honor for Berrg Gordy, the 91-year-old, what would you call him? music maven, legend, producer, songwriter. Berrg Gordy founded Motown Records. That first song, Barrett Strong and Money, that's what I want. When you think of the Supremes and Four Tops and Mary Wells, Martha and the Vandellas, Diana Ross, the Supremes, Temptations, the Motown legacy, that music so good. Smokey Robinson, Stevie Wonder, Marvin Gaye. You just keep going on and on. Tammy Terrell, Kim Weston. You just keep going on and on. That music still sounds good today, and I know and can attest to it because every Sunday night I play oldies at the radio station, and we do all the Motown and stuff like that. Berrg Gordy, that visionary, 91 years old, he's getting a Kennedy Center honor. The big award show is taking place in December. He's in great company with singer Joni Mitchell. You've got Lorne Michaels, the creator of Saturday Night Live, as well Bette Midler, the ultimate entertainer. Everybody see the rose? They're all being honored, and some others as well. But what an honor for Berrg Gordy. He is 91 years old. He looks like he's 71 because he's vegan. He changed his lifestyle. He still boxes, y'all. So he's still doing his thing. But what an honor for Berrg Gordy. John Cena, Little Rel Howery, I can finally say his name. My girl Yvonne Orji, they've teamed up for a new movie called Vacation Friends. It's going to be streaming on Hulu, and the big date is August 27th. It's about a conservative couple who decide to get a little wild on vacation. So they meet up with another couple, then they return home to their normal conservative life. But they have no idea that their wild friends have followed them back to their home, and that's where they say the fun begins. For the trailer just came out today. HBO Max is doing a docuseries on former President Barack Obama. I don't know if he's agreed to this because he's all tied up with Netflix, but this is called In Pursuit of a More Perfect Union, 3-part docuseries that's going to start streaming on HBO Max August the 3rd. We started off with Dr. Ian. I'm going to tell you something. They playing with the wrong person, playing with Dr. Ian. They are. It's an embarrassing story, but he got fired and no one knew. And they're like, where's Dr. Ian? But Dr. Ian now bringing forth the sexual harassment. Got to be careful. You got to be careful how you talk to people in 2021 because men can file a sexual harassment suit as well. But he's saying that this came from the executive producer was sexually harassing him. He is suing CBS. He is suing Dr. Phil. He talked about the lack of diversity, the racial discrimination. Now, they did their own kind of like survey. They said, we didn't see anything wrong. Well, Dr. Ian saw a lot of stuff wrong, and now somebody going to have to pay up since they decided to get rid of him, replace him with another doctor. He wasn't paid as much as the other doctors. It was a mess. But Dr. Ian, he says he was sexually harassed during his time on The Doctors. It's not cute not knowing. That's kind of like my tagline. And it's not. Now you know. When you hear the notification or you see it, make sure that you get it so you'll know when the video drops. Leave a comment. I do read the comments. Give us a thumbs up if you like the video, if it's entertainment, if it's pop culture. Your auntie has got you. I'm Patty Jackson. I'm your auntie of pop culture.